welcome back to the next part. 800 for current heroism. Right. This is where it left off. Brilliant. Not good. Not good at all.
Come on.
Still don't know who that is. Revolver.
The name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. The second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead.
What have I done?
You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance. First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan?
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. The Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. The squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now it's 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
Hopefully it's not the last game in the series. Chapter 1. hell are you doing to me? Here we are. And I'm back, baby. Ocelot's briefing, the man on fire, music tape 2. Cheers. Camera position. Press R3 and to change it from left to right. Running third person on shoulder view. Cool. That's something I like to do. That's R3. Cool. So 1 Phantom Lens.
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
Getting used to that arm now, isn't he?
Getting used to it?
Making it like a film, they're showing all the people that's introduced into the game. That's quite cool.
After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces.
Haha.
Should be the perfect
All
one.
advertising, eh?
Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first
Okay.
priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope? See the village? Straight ahead? To the right. Look up. To the right. Have you spotted the village? Zoom in closer. All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village. The Violo Colette. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dawandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is.
Marker placed.
Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way.
Cool.
He can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days, tops. If we fail, and he dies, we lose our chance of revenge. But we need more intel. If you just go charging into Doandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out,
Cheers.
you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp.
See.
Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and these. You'll be missing them. And you're his only hope of getting them back.
JF Ray eyewear. A giant thing in my head. Jesus.
Now go! Let the legend come back to life.
I heard you ride a horse. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's marking. Focus on a thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, you'll also see their positions on the map.
Yeah.
Is anybody else around? Let's double check. One.
Yeah.
Hold it. There's a Soviet guard post. They're bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view.
Marker placed.
A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Let's see how I can get on. Let's see if I can do my first little stealth mission.
Sight, sound, keep all your enemy senses in mind. When you're near an enemy, stay low and move slowly.
He's got a gun. nobody else around at the moment.
You have arrived at your destination.
Нет, не делай этого!
Русский speak, please. Вы говорите по-русски?
Boss, you don't understand what he said? I guess that makes sense. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with the Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation. Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
In you go. What have I got? Sleeping gun. That's a perfect first little takedown. Oh, why's that on the floor?
That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
What's in this house? He's asleep. There's just 2 guards here. What's this light here?
Guard post captured.
Perfect. It's like I'm a natural. It's got to be very quiet. Very quiet. This is where I've come across loads of guards. Nobody here. Out of sight, out of mind. There you go, perfect. Right. Guard post done. What did I call my horse? Controls. Call horse. L1. Dash equipment. CQC.
It's up to you whether to slip by enemies or take them down. Just remember that any situation can change fast. Familiarize yourself with your weapons and items while you can. You need to be able to switch between them quickly to meet any threat.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
No, my luck. I'll come across a whole horde of people, ain't I?
You're almost at the enemy outpost, Vialo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
Yeah.
I'll leave the horse at the bottom. Whoa.
Whoa! Whoa!
No. I need to get higher.
How about it? Can you see the village from there? Use the binoculars to recon the place. Look at where the enemies are stationed. Look at their gear. Take it all in. There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there.
Right there. Not the best possible spot I could have.
A parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Okay. Anybody else? No. Right. Let's run. And my luck, I'll run and then get found. Let's do it a guy at a time, shall we? Let's get rid of the big gun first. Nobody there, good. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. Brilliant bush. It's starting to get dark now.
Sun's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, or who knows when you'll bump into an enemy.
Say that and then I'll bump into an enemy. Classic. On the outskirts of the... Brilliant.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
Got your... Just hope there's nobody around here. You're not going to see me if I go down here, are you? Turn around, please. Don't want anybody coming from behind us, do we? Come on. Boom. Is that a professional does it, my friend? No. I'm gonna put you in there. Come on, get him up.
A dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward.
Funny. Let's get you out of here. Don't know where I'm going to put you though. I'm just scared that I'm going to bump into someone else. Hide him in the bushes. Right. They're both facing the other way. So I'm okay for now.
Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them?
This here. Information.
So you picked up an intel file.
Extraction
Now we know where
arrived
Miller
at
is.
Mother Base.
I'm marking it on your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
So he's definitely there. Good. So we'll try and take this road, 18, up there. Good. Take him out. I'm gonna have to. It's the only way we can get past them. Oh shit.